Hello, hello, and welcome back to Something to Noodle On. I'm your host, Mac and Cheese, please. You can call me Mac. I am so glad you're here. We need to talk. Today's episode is going to be different than any of our other episodes that you might have listened to so far. And if you're new, welcome. This is a whirlwind to get started on. You might have noticed that we didn't upload last week. And this week, well, we do have content. We have a lot of content planned for you. The lack of an upload has absolutely nothing to do with the lack of ideas, and more so me getting in our own way. We haven't really talked about this, but the podcast, Something to Noodle On, is actually a team duo. My friend ND and I work on it together. We come up with the ideas, she does a lot of the writing and the research, and then I go in and change sentences to be a little bit more of my speaking style, as well as writing personal stories from my own life. And this next topic that was supposed to come out last week is hitting a little too close to home, and I think I'm avoiding it for some reason. I've even talked to my therapist about it, how I feel absolutely guilty that ND is pulling her weight, but I couldn't pull my own for this episode. We came up with a plan where I just tell you what's on my mind, and maybe I post it and maybe I don't. I'm probably going to post it because, let's be honest, I'm still rumbling over this most recent episode. A few weeks ago, ND and I talked about the idea, does success kill our own creativity? And this hits really, really close to home for me. If you aren't already aware, I run a Minecraft channel that I like to think is pretty successful. We got lots of subscribers on YouTube. I also am a part of the AFMAO crew, so if any of you guys have kids and watch AFMAO, I play the character Mac on her channel, as well as run my own YouTube channel, and I'm also a Twitch streamer. YouTube is a fun job. It used to be way, way, way more fun before I quote unquote found success, and it actually became my day job. YouTube was always an outlet for me, even in high school, to just have fun and upload videos of us doing stupid things, like recreating jackass videos that you're definitely not supposed to do. I was always the kid with a video camera in my hand, documenting what me and my friends are up to. But when I started a new channel and actually started taking YouTube seriously and really focused in on Minecraft, that's when I saw success. And that's kind of sort of when the fun died for me. I'm constantly chasing trends, figuring out what people want to watch, doing a ton of research for topics on videos, what games to play on Twitch, different thumbnail aesthetics. It's a lot. What was something that was just really fun to do now became a full-ass job. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the freedom that YouTube provides me. But the question, does success kill our creativity? I'd have to answer with yes. And so this podcast that we wrote is almost like confronting my own inner demons. I just can't do it. This entire time, our podcast has always been somewhere along the lines of like 17 to 25 minutes. And if we're being openly candid, each episode script is roughly between, 9 to 13, 14 pages. And that's after I write several pages of my own content. ND finished writing the script and said, boy, I must have had a lot to say on this topic because my part is 16 pages. And my heart sank because that's 16 pages of me also realizing that I don't feel creative anymore. I started reading the script and got 4 or 5 pages in and realized that I didn't mark a single thing. I didn't change one sentence because the whole time I kind of felt called out. Like, damn, this is me, bro. This is me. It stopped becoming a topic I wanted to talk about and something that I wanted to read about to maybe learn how to stop the cycle. But my brain, my lovely, beautiful, neurospicy ADHD brain, won't let me read these 16 pages of amazing content that ND wrote for us. I don't know if it's this confrontation of accepting that I no longer feel creative or finally realizing that, damn, this shit sucks. The ability to no longer be able to just come up with ideas on the fly and run with it. Now, every single idea, whether I want to do it or not, is analyzed to a point where I'm like, what's the title of the video? What's the thumbnail? What's the content that's going to happen inside of there? We need some pacing. We need something new happening every 2 minutes. What is that something new? It's no longer just a fun story that Drew and I are telling in Minecraft. It's a fully crafted, analytical, down to the minute version of the story we wanted to tell. So if this is something I relate to so heavily, why can't I just put it out on the podcast and let others know that, hey, if you are also dealing with a lack of creativity in your life, you're not alone. The entire idea of this podcast is we talk about those topics that keep us up at night, those deep conversations you have with your friends on the back porch, smoking a cigarette, having a couple beers until 3 a.m. kind of moments. I don't smoke and I really don't like beer, but you get the vision of what I'm trying to say. The podcast is cozy, just a couple of friends having a deep conversation. But this next deep conversation we're about to have is when you have to go and confront your friend about a problem that they don't want to address. I'm actively running away from this script. I've had it for over 2 weeks, I think, at this point, and I just can't address it. Every single time I sit down to work with this script, my brain comes up with a million other things that I should be doing instead, like looking at sealer for my garden boxes. When I sit down and do a task that I'm a little apprehensive about or don't really want to do, my brain makes up 1,000 reasons why I can't do it. I think that's part of ADHD, but also me just avoiding this topic. This is all to say, I really, really, really care about this podcast if it's not already apparent. And I don't want to keep missing weeks because I'm having a weird mental block with an episode. That's a me problem, not a you problem. And I shouldn't be punishing our community for what my brain can or cannot read. Which is why you have this very honest, unscripted episode from me. Normally, in order for me to get out all the things I want to say, I have to write it down because my brain doesn't speak in a very fluid way and it's really confusing for people. So I hope what I said makes sense. I'm really sorry that this isn't the episode that you signed up for, but it's a real episode on what's going on inside my brain and what I hope to deliver to you next week. So this isn't a promise, but I'm hoping that next week you will have an answer to your question, which we already know the answer to, of does our successes kill our own creativity? I think we know the answer is yes, but I digress. Thank you so much for listening to this. Whatever this is, me rambling about my failures, I don't know. I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday. As always, I hope we gave you something to noodle on, or maybe you just got a chance to see what's inside of my noodle. I don't know. Whatever. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.